Hello, this is Raymond Aaron with a very, very unusual Facebook Live. Why is it unusual? Because it is a calming voice of leadership in this time of chaos. So many people are frightened, and I wanted to create this to help you. I wanted to make sure that you understand how to have a good life and exactly what to do in your life right now. So this is going to be, just right now I'm distracted because I'm trying to share it to my groups so that other people can watch it live as well. Yeah, post. Okay, good. So now it's done. Hello, Marcia. Thank you for joining us. And James McNeil, thank you. There's so much misinformation. There's so much hysteria. There are even some creeps who are trying to get rich off the coronavirus by offering fake vaccines. There's just a lot of fake news, and there's a lot of shocking news. For example, just minutes ago, the Premier of the province of Ontario, Doug Ford, announced that everything is shut down. All trains, all restaurants, all pubs, all movie theaters, all live concerts, any gathering of over 50 people is now officially banned. Hello, Ellie. Hello, James. Hello, Glenn. And is that an overreaction, or is it the correct reaction? In this Facebook Live, I'm going to be talking about that. I'm not going to be giving you instant cures. I'm not going to be telling you what stocks to buy. I'm going to be a calm voice of leadership so that you can know exactly what to do. Ernesto, hello. What a joy to hear from you. Glenn, Ellie, James, Chinmay, Marcia, thank you for joining me. So the first thing I want to say is that this is a virus that is contagious, so it spreads from person to person. But even more than that, as you know, if you touch something and then someone else touches that spot, that either is proven to be contagious, or at least people are worried that that's how the contagion can spread. I don't know if people actually know that for sure, but people are social distancing and people are cleaning their surfaces with Lysol and other disinfectants like that. And I think that that's a really good idea. Now you might say, well, of course, everybody knows that. But listen carefully to what I'm saying. Whether it's the correct reaction or whether it's an overreaction, it's the correct thing to do. Because if contagion spreads when you're close to somebody, then the further you distance yourself, the better. But listen very carefully to what else I'm saying. If you're distancing yourself out of fear, then it's not a good idea. Then you lose any benefit. Listen carefully. When you do the correct thing with the wrong frame of mind, you lose all the benefits. This is really important. I'm going to say it for a third time. When you do that which is medically correct, like social distancing, cleaning your hands, covering your mouth when you sneeze, all that stuff, when you do what is medically correct with the wrong frame of mind, you lose all the benefits. For example, everybody typically knows, and so I'm not going to try to prove it here, I'll just say it, that when you are in fear and in panic, you lower your immune system. Well, if you lower your immune system, even if you're doing the right thing, it's going to hurt you. That's the important lesson. So let's think about, oh, hello, Cindy, my dear friend from Western Canada. Hanifa, thanks for joining me. Hanifa is the wonderful woman who helped me find my wonderful Karen. Grace, hello. Jen, oh, hi. Ernest, oh, wow. Ernest, I went on a bicycling trip through the North Island of New Zealand with Ernest, and the funny thing is he doesn't bicycle. Very strange. That was a wonderful trip. So let's talk about self-quarantining. If you self-quarantine, let's say husband and wife living together, no kids. Hello, Pamela. Thanks for joining us. then there's two things that can happen. Babies or murder. And I'm exaggerating, but listen carefully. If you're home alone together, then you may have nothing else to do but have some extra sex, and it could cause some babies. Do you remember many years ago in New York City there was a blackout, and 9 months later there was a mini baby boom because people had nothing to do at home, the lights wouldn't turn on, the TV wouldn't work, and so they had sex and there was a little baby boom. But also what could happen when two people are cloistered together in close surroundings, they could get upset at each other and could get really mad at each other. And so if you're doing the right medical thing, like self-quarantining, with the wrong frame of mind, you could get into an upset, a quarrel, who knows. Hello, Jonathan, my golfing buddy. You could cause more problems by having the wrong frame of mind and therefore lowering your immune system. So let me tell you what's going on. There's two words that you may never have heard of before, so I'm going to tell you, and that is supply shocks and demand shocks. So this is obviously a medical issue. Coronavirus is obviously medical, but I think that the greatest toll, the greatest harm is going to be social and economic and not medical. So not to downplay the virus at all, but let's look at the facts. In Canada, the country I live in, where there's over 30 million population, the number of people who've died is 4. 4. I'm not saying it's not important because it's contagious and it can grow. I know that. But the coronavirus has been around for a couple months now, and the total number of deaths is 4. In the United States, I think it's 68. I mean, it might change every day. But 68 out of 330 million. So the actual number of deaths is actually really tiny right now. I'm not saying it's not important. I'm saying the actual number of deaths is really tiny. Hamid, hello from Afghanistan. Wow, Alicia, thank you. She's got the day off. Everyone's got the day off, apparently. So I'm not making light of people who have died. But if we look just at the numbers, the number of people who have died is very, very, very tiny. Hello, Randy. And most of the people who've died had pre-existing conditions. And so if you have a pre-existing condition, maybe a heart condition, a diabetes condition, or a respiratory condition, and then you get this attack from coronavirus and you die, maybe the 68 people who've died in the United States, maybe 50 of them, I'm just making that up, maybe some large percent of those 68 would have died anyway because of their pre-existing condition. The number of people who were young and healthy and who die of coronavirus is almost zero. So you need to keep those numbers in perspective when people are panicking and racing out and buying toilet paper. Like, panic just lowers the immune system. Hello, Lotus. So think about this. People are rushing out to buy toilet paper. Toilet paper is for wiping your bum. That's for like diarrhea, if you think there's going to be an illness. But diarrhea is a GI tract issue, a gastrointestinal issue. It's food going in and poop or pee going out. But coronavirus is a respiratory issue. It's a breathing issue. You don't breathe in and then poop out. It's the wrong track. It's the wrong line. You breathe in and you breathe out. You breathe in and you breathe out, and it affects your lungs or your upper lungs. But toilet paper is about pooping, and that's about the GI tract. No one has said that it has any impact on pooping. So why are people racing out to buy toilet paper? Hello, Kathy. Thanks for joining us. It doesn't make any sense. People are panicking. And hello, Bob. My cousin Bob just joined. He's a lawyer in Ontario. Hi, Bob. It doesn't make any sense to panic. It only hurts your immune system and becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're scared silly that the virus is going to kill you, then you've increased the chance that the virus will kill you. This is not woo-woo stuff. You've seen the movie The Secret, and you have a sense that if you live in strength, if you live in courage, if you live in kindness, if you live in gratitude, then you're higher on the tone scale. You feel wiser, you feel more abundant. And in that place, in that psychological place, germs can't hurt you as much. Because in the medical paradigm of the so-called germ theory, which has never been proven, by the way, in the medical paradigm of the germ theory, germs go from one bad guy and hurt another bad guy. Or one guy's sick and that germ goes across and makes the other guy sick. But it doesn't work in all cases. Well, why? It's because the recipient can fight off the germ and can stay healthy if they have a healthy, strong body and a healthy, strong mind. So, what can you do? The most important thing to do is to follow what the government says. If the government says no gatherings of over 50 people, do what the government says. In Canada, do what the Prime Minister says. In Ontario, do what the Premier says. In the United States, do what President Trump says. Do what CDC says. And just follow the rules of the land, whatever they are, whatever the new rules are imposed. But also, do other things inside you. And one of them is psychological, another is nutritional, and another is physiological. Psychological, nutritional, physiological. So I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm thinking positively. I'm thinking calmly. I'm thinking about leadership. I'm thinking of how I can help my clients, that's you, around the world. I'm thinking of what I can do as a leader, as a model of behavior to show my clients around the world and other friends. Please, by the way, share this with others so they can hear this, because I'm not selling anything except health. I'm selling health. So psychologically, what I'm doing is being proud, thinking strong, being happy. Now, when I'm saying being happy, I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring the harms of other people and people are sick and people are dying. I'm not like happy that they're dying. But what I'm saying is I'm staying happy within myself. I'm staying happy and strong and proud and eager and thinking about my clients and my family and how I can help. Nutritionally, I'm eating real food. Not that I transgress at other times. I'm naturally very healthy. It's my habit. But even particularly now, no Coke, no sugar, no desserts, no artificial ingredients, no flavor, no artificial flavors, no preservatives. I'm really, really careful in these particular times to eat extra healthy. So far I've talked about psychologically. I'm calm, I show leadership, I don't panic, I confront the real numbers. By the way, how can you confront the real numbers? There is a website, worldometer.info. Can I type that in? I wonder if I can. Worldometer.info. There it is. Worldometer.info. When you go there, it tells you some facts of the world in terms of energy and geography and population. But if you scroll down, there's a button for coronavirus. And you can see the impact on the world of coronavirus. In other words, the number of people up to the second who have been infected, the number of people who have recovered, and the number of people who have died. So there's the total number who've been infected, but then there's another thing which people don't think about, the number of people who have recovered. In other words, case closed. Either the case is closed because they've recovered, they're healthy, and it's gone, or they've died, one or the other. So there are, of the people who have ever been infected, there's those who are still, hello Ava, there's those who are still in the illness. There are people who've totally recovered, hello Ash, and there's people who've died. And the number of people who've died is very, very small of the number of people infected. And the number of people infected is very, very small. So I confront the numbers. I look at the actual numbers. And also at healthometer.info, you can see the number of people who have died this year from cancer, the number of people who have died from traffic accidents, the number of people who've died from smoking. And the number of people who've died from diabetes, like those numbers are in the millions worldwide. And the number of people who've died from coronavirus is somewhere now around 6,000. It changes every second. So 6,000 compared to millions, it's tiny. I'm not saying ignore it. I'm just saying confront it. Notice it. One of my friends called me and said that she couldn't survive until March 20th, which is just a couple days from now, as I'm recording this, because that's when she gets paid, and she fears that a couple days from now, on March 20th, all the shelves of all the grocery stores in her city will be empty. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Sanjita. And so, really, all the shelves will be empty? She asked to borrow some money from me so she could go shopping because she thinks there'll be no food on any shelf in 3 days. That's panic. That's not going to help anybody. So psychologically, stay strong. Stay positive. Confront the real facts. Nutritionally, eat really well. No street drugs. No artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, no sugar, no desserts, no Coca-Cola, no soft drinks, no alcohol, no smoking. Now, maybe you can't do that. Hello, Stephen. But the better you can do it, the healthier is the stuff that you put in your mouth, the stronger is your body. So I've talked about psychologically what you can do, nutritionally what you can do. Hello, Nikki. Thanks for joining. And now I want to talk to you about physiologically what you can do. I'm exercising more than ever. More than ever. Yesterday, I did 1 hour on the elliptical as hard as I could. My normal is about 6,800 strides when I do an hour on the elliptical. And yesterday, I did 7,200. 6,800 up to 7,200. Why? Because I want to be physiologically strong. I want to be fit. Now you might say, Barb, Frank, wow, thanks for joining us. Haven't heard from you in ages. You might say, how fit can you be? Maybe this only will last another week. How can you be more fit? Well, maybe it'll last several months. I don't know how long it'll last. But I want to be fit in my body. I want to be nutritionally healthy with what I put into my body. And I want to be psychologically healthy by what I allow into my mind. Because if you're not careful, let's do the opposite now. Jane, thanks for joining us. Let's say you don't follow my advice. And so you allow bad stuff into your mind. You look at all the crap that is on Facebook and on Twitter and the fake news that people are making all kinds of crazy claims. People who don't know anything are making grandiose statements. There's already people trying to get rich doing fraudulent things about how to cure coronavirus. And if you listen to all that and if you panic, then you can only hurt yourself. Like, just imagine you were God. Would you want humans to be stronger when they thought positively or stronger when they thought negatively? If you were God, you would make humans stronger if they thought positively, stronger if they were optimistic. You know, there's a joke that optimists and pessimists are equally wrong. But optimists live longer. So if you're going to be wrong, like optimists think positively maybe when they shouldn't, and pessimists think negatively when there's no need. So they're both wrong, but optimists live longer. So heck, if you're going to ignore good news or bad news, you might as well ignore bad news. And so I'm optimistic. I think strong. I avoid most of the news, although the coronavirus captures me. It's just so interesting. Hello, Scott. Thanks for joining. I hope your whole family joins me. So if you violate my rule and let all kinds of garbage in, have you heard of the rule G-I-G-O, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out? It's not true. Garbage in, garbage stays and has babies. Garbage in, garbage stays and has babies. Hello, Miha. Miha's joining us all the way from Slovenia. Slovenia is in a very sad position because they're neighbors to Italy, and Italy, certainly northern Italy, is the hardest hit country after China. And many Slovenians have expat friends and relatives living in Italy, and the news out of Italy is just so frightening. And so a lot of Slovenians are getting frightened. It's spreading. It's easy to do it wrong. It's easy to get frightened. It's easy to do the wrong thing. Bao is a dear friend and client of mine. He's Vietnamese by origin, but he's living in the United States today, and he's a great real estate investor. I helped him write his book. Lots of people are watching, lots and lots of people, because people want leadership. They want calm leadership. And in the absence of calm leadership, you get sucked into all the garbage news and all the horror stories, some of which are exaggerated because there's no evidence required to post any crap on Facebook. So if you violate the rules and let garbage in, then garbage stays and has babies. You think of other things that might go wrong, and then you think of other things that might go wrong, and then you hear another piece of bad news, and that reinforces all the bad news that you have in your head, and things just get worse. Now let's talk about violating my nutrition rule. If you eat junk food, if you eat Gregor, hello, he's another one of my dear Slovenian clients. So if you violate my rule and you drink Coca-Cola or other soft drinks and you have lots of sugar and cream in your coffee and you're overeating because you're at home anyways and so you got nothing else to do and you're eating donuts and if you just eat badly, let's say you and I are God and we're trying to create man. Would we want man to be healthier if he eats fresh fruits and vegetables? Or would we want man to be healthier if he ate donuts and sugar and preservatives? Obviously you know the answer. And so nutritionally, do what's obviously right. At a time when your system could get assaulted and attacked by a strong virus, that's when you need to be healthy. If you have nutritional products at home, hello Raymond Harlau, thanks for joining us. If you have nutritional products at home and you take them, keep taking them. And if you have nutritional products at home but you don't usually take them or you don't always take them, this is a time to be more dedicated. And if you can go out to a store, then get whatever vitamins are right for you. Probably vitamin C if you don't know anything. Hello Audrey, thanks for joining us. Vitamin C can always help. Linus Pauling, who's maybe the only person ever to win 2 Nobel Prizes, one of them in chemistry, he said that overdosing on vitamin C is likely your best defense against any illness. So take your nutritional products. And then from the fitness point of view, physiologically, go exercise. And if you can't exercise inside your home, you don't have a little gym inside your home, you might be living in an apartment building. I do. I live in a high-rise luxury condo. I go into the gym. Why? Because there's no one there. Nobody ever goes to the gym. The gym is almost always empty. Hello, Anna. Thanks for joining us. And so I go to the gym, and even if there's 1 or 2 other people who come into the gym, which is rare, then, hello, Cora. I'm honored that you've joined us. Thank you. The gym, what do you call them, machines, like the running machine, the walking machine, the stair climber, and the elliptical, which I like, they're already about 6 feet apart. And so I'm already social distancing. Hello, Sam. Thanks for joining us. I'm already social distancing even if people join. So psychologically, I'm staying strong. Nutritionally, I'm staying strong. Physiologically, I'm staying strong. And that's what's helping me. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm looking forward to life. I'm looking forward to this crisis being over. Because I want to tell you, people have a short memory. So let me just explain to you that there have been issues in the past. For example, the most recent one was N1H1. Do you remember that? N1H1? Maybe you don't remember it. People forget these things really, really quickly. Hello, Michael. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Alex. N1H1. Everybody was afraid. And then it went away. And just before that, Zika. Do you remember that? Zika, or in the British Commonwealth, Zika. Zika was some really bad mosquito that if it bit you, you died. Well, that came, everybody was afraid, and then it went away. How about SARS? Oh my gosh, the SARS fear. It came, everybody was frightened, and then it went away. How about the Ebola virus? It was a flesh-eating virus, for gosh sake. It got inside your body, and then it ate your flesh. Oh my God, what could be scarier? It went away. For God's sakes, even the Black Plague of 500 years ago went away. It killed, I don't know how many millions of people, but then it went away. So all these things come and then they go. And either it went and took you with it, in other words, you died, or it came and went and it didn't take you with it. And what is the best way to make sure that it's not going to take you with it? Really simple. Think positively. Spread calm and good leadership to your friends and your clients. Nutritionally, eat properly. No bad stuff, no preservatives, no sugar, no soft drinks, no street drugs, no tobacco. If you can't do it perfectly, do it as best you can. And then fitness, go exercise. You got nothing else to do. You're at home. We've sent our entire staff home. I was speaking to other people recently. They've sent their staff home, or they are staff and have been sent home. So go exercise. If there's a gym in your building, make sure that you social distance from other people who are exercising. Or go for a walk outside. Because when you're outside, you're pretty well safe. You're far away from anybody else. Go bundle up if you're in the northern hemisphere, and you don't have to bundle up if it's summertime for you in the southern hemisphere. Go take a long walk. Go to a park. Go to a field. Go exercise. Go walk. Just go exercise. Jog. Do something. Get out there. Keep your body strong. And know that this will pass. How do I know it'll pass? Because every issue comes and goes. Every acute issue comes and goes. Like if you smash your thumb with a hammer, what happens? You think it's the end of the world, but it goes a minute later. If you get a paper cut, ouch, ouch, it hurts, but it goes a minute later. If you get a cold, then you're blowing your nose and you feel terrible for a few days, and then it goes away. Almost everyone who gets the coronavirus recovers. If you look at the website that I gave you before, worldometer.info, worldometer.info, if you scroll down, you can see they have a special section on coronavirus, and you can see for the whole world, and you can also see country by country exactly how many cases. There's so few cases. There's so few cases, and then yet there's this giant fear. Now, people have died. I'm not making light of people who have died. But what I am saying is, do what the government tells you. Do what CDC says. Do what your president, your prime minister, your premier, do what they say. Hello, Curtis. Glad you joined us. But just know that if you treat yourself properly, you'll either die or you won't. But almost everyone isn't dying. Almost everyone isn't dying. So there's a really, really good chance you won't die. So stop panicking, for God's sake. And when the virus scare goes away and then the virus is contained, you'll be alive and healthy if you were positive psychologically, you were nutritionally aware and ate the right thing, including nutritional supplements, and you kept fit. So, I'm actually giving a webinar. I'm giving a webinar coming up Thursday, 8 p.m. And I have a website you can go to register. It's free. It's a tinyurl.com. Please write this down. tinyurl.com. This is just an impromptu Facebook Live, but I'm doing a prepared, rehearsed presentation Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and the URL is tinyurl.com/leadership CV, and CV stands for coronavirus, obviously. So there it is, tinyurl.com/leadership CV. Please go there now, or when this Facebook Live is over. Please go there and register for a webinar that I'm giving that's prepared. Like, this is impromptu, this is from my heart, but at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, Jan Meek, my gosh, Jan Meek was my buddy racing to the North Pole in 2007. Jan Meek is the only woman in the world who has crossed 2 oceans. She rowed across the Atlantic Ocean in a rowboat, and she raced with me on the ice of the Arctic Ocean to the North Pole. Thank you, Jan, for joining us. So you can see the URL there, tinyurl.com/leadership CV. tinyurl.com/leadership CV. So that's going to be a prepared presentation on coronavirus and on exactly what you should do about it. I'll have all the information, all the data, 8 p.m. on Thursday, tinyurl.com/leadership CV. So, I haven't been doing a very good job in reading or responding to all your comments. My God, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments. This is one of the most watched Facebook Live I've ever done. So thank you for being interested in your own health. Thank you for wanting my leadership guidance in this time of unfortunate panic. So many people are panicking. But now I have a chance, and I'm able to read. So let's start. Lotus says, thanks for the information. Anna says, thanks, Raymond. Just registered now. Oh, good. So what Anna's saying is she registered for Thursday night. Hello, Louie. She's registered for Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern at, let me go back and find it. Yeah, tinyurl.com/leadership CV. tinyurl.com/leadership CV. Please join that. Alicia said, that's because we're all indoors and you're nice. Well, that's nice. I am nice. And Barbara says, we'll definitely attend on Thursday. Louis is watching. And Barbara says, for the first time in many years, people in Venice can see the bottom of the canal because of the reduced pollution. Well, that's interesting. And Curtis is watching. Kathy says, have to go. We'll share the replay. Have a great day. Great. Nikki says, think good thoughts, spread calm to your friends and clients, eat well, go exercise, meditate, and pray. Right on. Right on. You should be doing those things every day, but particularly now. My friend Audrey says, we're all getting some rest from the bustle of normal life. We can take time to enjoy our family and read a good book. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. Ebola hasn't quite gone away, but it does not survive in cold climates. Yeah, my issue, Alicia, is not that Ebola's gone away, AIDS hasn't gone away, but no one is panicking over AIDS any longer. They're not, even if Zika hasn't gone away, no one's panicking about it any longer, but people are panicking over coronavirus. Bow, tough time won't last, but tough people will stay. Right on. Nikki says, all viruses come and go. That's correct. And Anna says, yes, I remember. And Alex gives me hugs. And Michael is watching. And Nikki says 2 workouts a day. Nikki says, Raymond, let's get me and you working out at your gym when I'm back. He's in Punta Cana. Goodness gracious, that's wonderful. Raymond Harlal says, go up and down the stairs. Yeah, that's what I do. Today I'm planning on walking up 100 flights of stairs. 100 flights of stairs. Wow. Wow. Oh, these are fun comments. Nikki says, take vitamins. Wow. So the purpose of this Facebook Live was to give some leadership to my wonderful clients around the world. Sven, thanks for joining us. Chuck, thanks for joining us. I've been talking about how you can react psychologically, nutritionally, and physiologically in such a way to help you survive this chaotic times. And I'm also doing a webinar, a really powerful prepared webinar with slides and data and everything at 8 p.m. on Thursday. And the way you register is by going to tinyurl.com/leadershipcv. tinyurl.com. Raymond Harlal says, see you at 8 p.m. Thursday, right? tinyurl.com/leadershipcv. Leadershipcv. By the way, this will not be known as a medical event. Anna, hello Anna. This will not be known as a medical event. This will be known as a social and a financial event. I know people are dying. I'm not making little of that. But history will not record it as a medical event because the social impact, the bankruptcies that will hurt people because most people can't survive past the next paycheck. And if paychecks stop because small companies go under because they don't have much cash, there's going to be a lot of social disruption. There'll be financial disruption from, Eric says eat alkaline food. That's the best thing to do always. There'll be a lot of social destruction. The stock market is crashing. The volatility index is at the highest it's ever been in history. That means stocks jumping up and jumping down and jumping up and jumping down. That's called volatility. The volatility index is usually 15. Today it's 80. 80. I don't think it's ever been higher in the entire history of the universe. Bob, thanks for joining us. So this is a great time, not yet to buy stocks. I'm holding off. I have an awful lot of money. Wendy, thanks for joining us. I have an awful lot of money stashed away, and I am going to be investing it, not now, but soon, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months. But the stock market is crashing. It's going to keep crashing. And when the news starts that the coronavirus fear is ending, I'm not worried. From an investment point of view, investment is based on emotionality. So I'm not concerned from the investment point of view when the coronavirus goes away. I'm concerned when the negativity and the emotionality and the fear goes away. So when the fear goes away, that's when the stock market will rise. And that's where I'll be buying, and I'll be making a great deal of money. I have a very, very large amount of money in cash. Why? Because Warren Buffett says don't invest all your money, keep billions aside. Well, I don't have billions, but I'm keeping millions aside in cash. It's been sitting there for years. And I've wondered, why am I doing it? Why shouldn't I be investing that? And now I know. Because the stock market's crashing. I don't know, it's down 10, 15%, who knows? And it's going to keep crashing. And when it hits bottom or near bottom and people stop being frightened, that's when I'll be investing. And so I will make a lot of money. Other people will go bankrupt and lose a lot of money. Michael, thanks for joining us. So you can either choose to make money or lose money. You can choose to go bankrupt or thrive. This is your opportunity to be calm and follow leadership. So if you wish to follow my official formal presentation, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. Rosemary, thanks for joining us. My official presentation, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Just go right now or afterwards to tinyurl.com/leadershipcv. tinyurl.com/leadershipcv. Chris Don says I'll be there. I wonder if I can copy that link and repost it so it's easy for you to find it. Oh, here it is. Pin comment. Okay, I pinned it. Oh, there it is. Oh, isn't that nice? You can always see it. Oh, wow, I've never done that before. Can you please type back to me whether you can see that? Can you see tinyurl.com/leadershipcv pinned to the bottom of the screen? Just type, yes, I can see it, somebody, so that I know that you can see it. Rosemary says, hello. Oh, lots of people are doing happy faces and hearts, so I guess that means that they can see it. But I would really, yes, copy and paste. What do you mean, yes, copy and paste? I don't know what Lotus means. It works. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Raymond. Curtis says yes. Okay, so that's what I came to tell you. That in times of crisis, stay psychologically calm and deliver leadership, not bad news to the world. And stop listening to all the crap, most of it is fake, and get some real information like from worldometer.info. Worldometer.info. Scroll down and there's a special section on coronavirus. Be psychologically safe, nutritionally, eat real food, no sugars, no dairy, stay away from meats at time of crisis. If you wish, I'm just telling you what I do. And absolutely stay away from soft drinks and chemicals and additives and preservatives. Stay away from street drugs and smoking. Stay away from all that and take whatever nutritional supplements you take. Make sure you do take them regularly, especially now. And physiologically, go exercise. So when I finish this Facebook Live soon, I want you to register at tinyurl.com/leadershipcv so that you can hear my prepared presentation at 8 p.m. on Thursday. But also, I want you to go exercise, go eat properly, think properly. Go check out worldometer.info and go down to the coronavirus section. You can see the impact on the world and you can see the impact country by country. It's a really important website. And now I'm happy to answer your questions. If you have a question, just put your question down there and I'm happy to answer it. Questions, questions, questions. You can see the picture behind me. When my favorite high school math teacher painted that, it's about somebody calmly paddling a canoe. And I look at that a lot and it calms me down. I love looking at that. It's so peaceful. Audrey says, isn't it a beautiful upside that people are cooperating globally to keep each other safe? That's a positive thought. That's psychological. Well done. Lotus said, registered already. Wonderful. Wonderful. Do you have a question for me? And I'll do my best to answer it. Am I a coronavirus expert? No, I'm not a medical expert at all. But I'm not teaching you anything medical. I'm teaching you psychological, nutritional, and physiological. Chris Don said, worked out this morning with beach body video. Well done. Something you can do alone at home. Any other question you have or some comment you'd like to make? Chris Don says, what is the status of the Mastery of Greatness seminar in Los Angeles and Toronto? Los Angeles has been canceled. Toronto is on. Los Angeles has been canceled. Toronto is on. And I have 2 retreats. one in June in Times Square. It's on. Another in Dominican Republic, Punta Cana in late August. It's on. Els, hello Els. Thanks for joining us. So if you have a question, please ask it now. If not, this Facebook Live is over, and I'll be posting it also on YouTube. Make sure you attend tinyurl.com/leadershipcv, in which I'll be giving a formal webinar, an hour-and-a-half long webinar on exactly what to do and how to think and how to achieve your goals and how to stay safe during this very special time. Okay, my friends, I love you. Psychological, nutritional, physiological. That's the 3 ways to fight not just the coronavirus, anything that wants to get you. Thank you very much. I love you. Stay safe.